I'm going to share with you how I went from begging for change to accepting change to being the change I want to see in the world. My childhood was anything but perfect. From my earliest memory until I was a teenager, I was molested. At the age of 9, I watched my father shoot himself in the head. When I was 15, a man who had just been released from doing a 20-year prison sentence raped me. And by the time I was 17, I was being sex trafficked. How does a kid survive? I became the queen of the masquerade, the great pretender. I had to be the best at everything. I was trying to prove my worth because inside I felt so worthless. I married a successful man. We had the all-American dream. We had the children. We bought the big home. We had the picket fence. I drove a Porsche. From the outside, it looked as if I had the world in the palm of my hands. I became a professional barrel racer. I ranked 9th in the nation. 2 weeks after returning home, I was patronizing a fast food restaurant. An employee was mopping the floor. I slipped and fell and I broke my back. The doctors prescribed pain pills, and it took away the physical pain. But for the first time, it took away the emotional pain of all those secrets I just shared with you. My family became concerned about my mental health and my dependency on pain meds. They sent me to upstate New York to a program. I completed the program and then later on was hired on to help other women like myself. One day we were going to volunteer for Operation Blessing. We were unloading tractor trailers filled with non-perishables and giving it to people with food insecurities. At the end of the day, we went to take a group picture. And I envisioned taking a tractor trailer, putting showers on one side, washers and dryers on the other, a food pantry, an ice maker, and blankets. And I was going to go help those less fortunate. But little did I know that my life would spiral out of control. This is me. I ended up homeless, living on the streets, eventually under a bridge, holding a sign, begging for change. When people went by, all they saw was a homeless woman. They didn't see what I had went through. I had tried to commit suicide many times. I had given up hope of ever being a mom again. There was days when I was encouraged to seek employment when I was on the streets. But how can you feel hopeful of being hired when your clothes are dirty, you smell, you have weeks worth of dirt under your fingernails, and your hair is greasy and a mess? I just felt like it was over. Then one day, a family member delivered a scathing letter from one of my sons. I'll share a small part of that letter with you. It said, "Mom, I don't even know where to begin with you." He told me about my 4 sons. I hadn't seen them in 10 years. He told me I was a grandmother to 2 grandsons. He said, "Mom, there's no hopes of us ever having a relationship." He said, "To be honest with you, I'm tired of watching the obituaries for your name, and I just wish it would be over." See, I knew what pain felt like, but I forgot what the power of love felt like. That letter got through. I accepted change. I started to address my traumas and my issues one by one. Several years later, I remembered when I was homeless how I didn't have dignity in the form of a shower. And I knew it was time to bring that vision to fruition. I reached out to some of my friends in the community, and soon my vision became a reality. In 2016, I incorporated a nonprofit. We retrofit city buses into fully self-contained mobile showers, and with our new one, laundry facility. The buses are ADA compliant because we're always inclusive and never exclusive to anyone. Because we're self-contained, it allows us to meet the guests where they are. Under bridges and encampments, tent cities, we provide services wherever it's needed. To date, we have provided 30,000 showers and 50,000 services. Thank you. I'm going to share one of our success stories with you, though there are many. I met this young lady. She was living in downtown Fort Lauderdale at Tent City. She utilized our services weekly, and we formed a friendship. We encouraged her to take the necessary steps so she could become self-sufficient. Once she got stable housing, I hired her. She's been with me now for 2 years. 6 months ago, she went home to visit her mother and her children for the first time in almost 7 years. When she returned back to share that experience with me, there was this transformation that had taken place. You could see the hope of being a mom again and to be a daughter again. My hope is, and you can make a difference. You can bring mobile showers to your city and your town. Let these showers go nationwide. Together, let's restore human dignity. My life is truly beyond my wildest dreams. I got married almost 5 years ago to an amazing man, and my 4 sons gave me away. I'm a grandmother of 14 grandbabies. My newest one born 2 weeks ago, a little girl. We've all heard that saying, follow your dreams. I follow my dream every time I follow our mobile showers to provide services for the unhoused. I truly do believe that I had to live both sides of the spectrum so I could come back here and find my purpose from homeless to CEO. Thank you.